What's up, ballers? Welcome to Spartans Sports Zone, the show where you Tampa's sharpest sports freaks and biggest stat geeks break down everything you need to know and a few things you probably don't know about the world of sports. I'm your host, Nick, and joining me today are my fellow football fanatics. We have Kayla and we have Keenan. This is the NFL edition of Spartan Sports Zone, where we're breaking down the week's biggest matches, boldest predictions, and wildest takes. Whether you're rooting for a dynasty, a disaster, or just your fantasy lineup to survive, we've got you covered. All right, let's kick things off and get into our discussion. First, we're going to be talking about the game of the week. Do either of you have a game you're looking forward to?
I know I do, man. You know, this weekend we got the New York Jets versus the Cincinnati Bengals.
But correct me if I'm wrong, Joe Burrow is not playing this week.
You know, Joe Burrow might not.
He hasn't been playing.
Joe Burrow might be hurt, but you know, the Bengals, they still got Joe Flacco.
Joe Flacco.
Doesn't matter.
Super Bowl
though.
champion.
Super Bowl champion, but still no match for the Jets.
Okay, so we got Bengals and Jets. What do you think, Kayla?
Steelers and Packers, because it's Aaron Rodgers' team's former team versus current team.
So you think there's going to be a little bit of bad blood there?
Yeah.
Even though he was only on the team for one game? Oh, Packers, my bad. I thought we were talking about the Jets. I got it. It's my bad. All right. So we got the games of the week down. Now let's talk about upset predictions. What's your upset prediction this week?
You know, I think the Giants have a shot against the Eagles. You know, the Eagles, they don't got the swagger, man. Jalen Hurts, I don't know. I feel like Jackson Dart, he has a lot of swagger. Cam Scatterbo, that's an alpha male right there. I think they're just going to run over the Eagles.
And the Giants are, what's their record right now?
You know, they might be 2-5, but they're ready to surprise.
Yeah, what do you think?
I agree. I am a big Philly hater, so I hope the Giants win. And Skyaboo's on my fantasy team, so I need him to do well again because he got me 31 points last game against the Eagles.
We'll get to some more fantasy picks later, but now let's talk about which underdog team could pull off a surprise win this week.
That's a good one.
We got the Dolphins and the Falcons, the Bears and the Ravens, the Jets and the Bengals, Bills, Panthers. Any of those sound?
I don't know, man. Maybe the Bills, Panthers, you know. Panthers just came into New Jersey for whatever reason they wanted to go there. Came in and they beat the Jets, and the Jets are, you know, that's top NFL team right there. So if you can beat the Jets 13-3, you can probably beat the Bills.
Do you have any upsets you think's gonna happen this Sunday?
So my family's a Jets fan, unfortunately. And at this point, we're just rooting for the Jets to lose. But I think knowing the
You're
Jets,
rooting for them to lose?
yeah, at this point, just let them keep tanking.
For
It's fine.
like a draft pick
Yeah,
or something
exactly.
like that?
So you're a fake fan?
But at this point, I'm sure they're going to find a way to win somehow. And yeah.
All right, let's move on to the hottest team. Which team is the hottest right now? Who's looking good in the power rankings?
Probably the Chiefs. I don't know. I kind of like Mahomes' hair. You know, Taylor Swift just got Travis Kelce. They got some hot guys on that team.
Didn't they get to a slow start though?
Oh, like football-wise?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, but you know they're coming back. They beat Detroit the other night. They're okay. They're pretty hot.
They're like the Warriors of football. They just come back when they're.
Just hotter.
What do you think,
I
Kayla?
think the Colts are a hot team.
Daniel Jones.
Daniel Jones. New York fans hated him. Now he's on the Colts, and he's doing amazing.
Interesting. Tonight, actually, we have the Vikings at the Chargers. What do you guys think about that game? That's happening tonight.
It's definitely happening tonight.
It's happening tonight. No other thoughts on that game?
I have a lot of thoughts, but unfortunately, I can't share them here.
My tight end's on the Chargers, so hope he does
Who would
well.
that be?
I don't know. That's his name. I just know he's playing tonight.
Tall guy?
Maybe.
All right, well, we talked about the hottest team. Let's now talk about the worst team. Which team do you, first of all, let's split this into two categories. Which team do you hate the most, and which team do you just think downright stinks?
Not a big Cowboys-Patriots person.
Okay.
Patriots are unfortunately kind of looking up though, you know.
Look it up.
I don't know what that was all about, but
What do you think, Kayla?
I don't like the Eagles. I don't like the Chiefs. I can't stand the Chiefs.
Why not?
Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce. Sick of seeing their faces
Because
everywhere.
they're so good?
No, sick of seeing Taylor Swift and yeah, I'm sick of seeing their faces
Isn't
everywhere.
Travis Kelce not a great tight end in fantasy this season, though?
I'm not sure, to be honest.
Not sure.
I don't have him.
You have a fantasy team, Keenan?
I do. We're looking pretty good. We got Jamar Chase, you know. I wanted to pick up Mark Sanchez, but unfortunately he got suspended.
Right.
But I'm feeling pretty good about my fantasy season. I'm a big, fantastical guy.
Yeah. What's your fantasy team name, if you could share it here?
So before I say it, I got last place last year, and my uncle got first place, so he got to name my team. So this is gonna sound like an insane name, but I could pull up my Yahoo app. It's the Uncle Toe Namath All Stars. Little backstory: we went to a Jets game last year, and he dressed as a foot with a Jets jersey, and he called it Toe Namath.
He dressed as a foot.
Yeah, like he.
How'd that work?
I will literally show you the pictures after. Like he wore a foot costume with a Jets jersey.
It's pretty cool.
So he was. I don't know if he has like something like he needs to talk about, but he came dressed as a foot. That's my fantasy
pretty
name
cool.
now. Yeah.
What about your fantasy team, Kayla? How are they doing this season? Not good?
I started off good, and I started off 3-0. Now I'm 4-3. So
What do you think happened?
my Lamar Jackson's my quarterback. He's been out. But no, it's so annoying because I like always get like the second highest amount of points. I just always play the person that's the first highest
Right.
every week. Should have won last weekend. 85% chance going into Monday night. Still lost.
No good. All right. Staying in the realm of fantasy here, we're going to talk about who is your must-start player this week in the NFL. Keenan?
You know, he's been doubted for years. I'm going with Kyle Pitts. He's
Kyle
shocking
Pitts?
the world against the Dolphins.
Kayla?
Like Drake London
Drake London?
does good for me. Diggs does good for me.
Both good players. All right, well,
Swift.
this Sunday, we have a bunch of good games to watch. Are there any games in specific that you're going to be sitting on the couch watching? Like, that's your main pick to watch on Sunday?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm more of a red zone guy. You know.
Yeah.
Right, red zone. Yeah.
As much
Red
as I
zone.
love watching the Jets dominate every week, red zone's been holding it down.
Yeah. Yeah, I just watch Red Zone for my fantasy team and pray for the best.
What's your fantasy team's name?
Lamar Simpson.
What was it?
Lamar Simpson.
Lamar, that's pretty good. I like that. All right, well, we're about halfway through the season. What do you guys think is looking for the playoffs? Who's going to be like wild card? Who's going to be high seeded? You know, who's going to take this thing home this year?
You're gonna call me crazy. I low-key feel like the Rams are gonna get another ring this year.
Rams.
Yeah. Their team's pretty nice. You know, I think Matthew Stafford's a pretty underrated quarterback.
He's getting old.
He is, but the Rams have a pretty good squad around him. And I would have to go right now, Rams over Chiefs.
What do you think, Kayla?
I hope it's the Bills.
Why?
Josh Allen, he deserves it.
Why does Josh Allen deserve it?
MVP last year, and honestly, I hope it's the Chiefs and the Bills playing each other, and the Bills defeat the Chiefs.
In the AFC Championship?
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, well, before we wrap it up, let's talk about this. What is going to be the fantasy punishment in your each respective leagues?
Well, mine we already discussed. It's last place gets named by the first place. Hopefully it's not too freaky, but that's the punishment.
Quick, Kayla?
We haven't discussed it yet. First place always just like makes a punishment for last place, so we'll find out.
Pretty cool. And that's going to do it for this episode of Spartans Sports Zone. Big thanks to my guests, bringing the heat. And thank you for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and join us next time for more hot takes, bad bets, and bold predictions right here on Spartan Sports Zone.
We'll return after these messages.